Hello humans, it's just Martine and welcome to another 24 in 48 hour readathon. The last time I did a readathon like this, I succeeded, so if you want to see me crush it, go check that out. Today, it's Friday, it's like 2 p.m. I already have read something this morning, like 40 minutes of a book or something, but it's not the official time period. I think I'm going to start my 24 and 48, like I'm going to start my 48 at 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. this Friday to 3 p.m. on Sunday, and we'll see how much we can read in that time. I don't think I'm going to hit all 24 hours, but I'll still read as much as I can. And then kind of to soften that a little bit, I'm kind of aiming more so for 24 and 72. So the reading from this morning will count towards that, but not towards the 24 and 48. But this is basically a weekend reading vlog with as much reading as I can muster in it. Since it's not yet 3, I'm going to relax for a bit because I just ran 5 participants for my thesis study. So that was a long morning and I need to eat some food and then we'll get to it. It's past 5:30 and I'm struggling to stay awake. Like, I'm getting really sleepy, but it's okay because I'm making progress in my books. I have a little more than 2 hours of reading under my belt. I'm just gonna keep going, but I thought I would update you. Hello, tiny friends. Right after I finished updating you, I read like a page of a book, and then my sister was like, I'm going to the dining hall if you want to go. So yeah, since I'm having trouble staying awake, I'm gonna go have dinner with her and hope that rejuvenates me some. It's 9 p.m. and I've been flipping through various books, like switching between them, so I haven't finished anything yet to talk to you about, but I'm almost 75% of the way into one book, so hopefully early tomorrow you'll get to hear all about it. But I've been listening to some ambience, reading, and now that it's past 9, I'm probably going to get ready for bed. It's 6:47 a.m. I'm awake and I'm ready for a day of reading. It's 8:44. I'm sitting outside a bit. It's going to rain soon, but I thought I needed a change of pace from the inside. A little while ago, I finished reading The Paid Bridesmaid, and I'm going to give you a review now. Quick and dirty, I gave it 3 stars. It was entertaining, but a lot of it was very like cheesy, like over dramatic type stuff. It's about this woman who owns a business where she can be hired to be your bridesmaid. Her specialty is to be a maid of honor. And so she's working a wedding with this famous person who's like had the whole wedding sponsored, so everything's being live streamed. It's very dramatic. There's lots of stuff going on, and then she meets a man's. Things spiral from there. The couple of the book was okay. My favorite character in the book was definitely Sadie, the bride from the wedding, because she was so good and pure and kind and sweet and loving, and I just loved her. But the other characters, I was just kind of meh about. It was weird. The progression of the relationship in the book didn't make much sense to me. Like, by the end, I mean, it's a romance book, you know they got together, but by the end, they were together for less than a year. By the time they had been married a month. Like, they just went real fast, which, like, good for them, but I don't like that type of setup, especially in books. It's just okay. Right now, I'm almost a third of the way through Dome 6, and there's a lot happening, so much so that I'm not sure what's happening fully, especially since there are lots of interesting names that the characters have, but hopefully things become clearer soon. It's about these people who live in this dome, because the earth, there's something wrong with it, but apparently there are some people outside, so like I don't know what differentiates who is inside, who is outside anyway, but they're discovering that not everything is what it seems, and also the dome is breaking down. And then I'm almost halfway through The Therapist, which I think is supposed to be a thriller, but so far it's just about this girl who moved into this house with her boyfriend, and she finds out that he didn't tell her that there was somebody murdered in this house before, and that's where we're at. But I'm at 7.9 hours of reading for the 24. I'm just enjoying myself. I'll be honest with you, it's like 4 hours later. In reality, there are hours and hours, more than 4, that are missing here. I didn't realize that I hadn't updated you before I jumped into the call with Josh, so I have an update from like right before 9 a.m. and then it's like 5 p.m. From 9 to 2, I very much just read straight through. That's what you missed. Josh and I had a standing arrangement to work on D&D stuff this afternoon, and so we talked for 4 hours because I don't think Josh and I have had a conversation shorter than 3 hours, maybe ever. But it was so much fun, and I miss him so much, and I'm so excited for the campaign, and maybe there will be some more videos about that in the future because I gotta work on my backstory. But that does mean that I didn't get any reading done for a bit, and I'm still not gonna get reading done for right now because I'm going to meet my sister for dinner, but that's okay because I'm having a really good day. That's what matters. Oh, I've also hit 13 hours of reading, so like that's pretty impressive. That's more than I've hit in the full 24 and 48, some of the challenges that I've done in the past. So yeah, it's just past 8 p.m. Let's get back to this reading business. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, 7:40 a.m. and I'm about to work on some reading. Here's the deal. I have 2 book reviews to share with you in a little bit. Right now I'm gonna get down to reading, but my goals have slightly changed for the weekend because I'm a little tired from the amount of reading that I've done so far, and I don't want to burn myself out. So the primary reading goal is to finish this book. Any other reading besides that will be like if I still feel like it. Right now I'm sitting at like 14 hours of reading, which is great. Better than I've done in some past rounds. So we're just gonna go with it now and enjoy our Sunday. Almost 9:30 a.m. and these are my updates. I finished the book I was reading. I'm reading it for the Sims readathon, so you'll hear more about that in my vlog for that, which probably already came out. So there's that. Last night, I finished 2 books. I'm gonna tell you about them in brief succession. I'm going to start with Dome 6 by C.P. James, even though I technically finished that second of the 2 because it had a lower rating. I gave it a 2.5. In my opinion, this book has already been written multiple times, and obviously I don't know where the rest of the series would go, and that would probably be more original. And I understand the saying that like, no matter how many times somebody has told a story, like you haven't told it. But I just felt like this story has been done before in ways that I enjoyed more. So personally, if you want to find a dystopian that is set in like the only place that they've ever known, and it's a place that is keeping humanity safe from like whatever has happened to the world outside, then I would read The City of Ember. One thing that was very confusing is that when I was reading through the reviews from this on Goodreads, almost everybody was giving it a 5 stars. And so I don't know if they like knew the author or what, but I felt weird giving it a 2.5 stars, seeing that like everybody else had given it a 5 stars. It has like a 4.6 something overall rating, an incredible one. Sorry to bring that down, I guess. They lived in a dome because the world outside was destroyed and nefarious things were happening. So that was that. Then I read The Therapist by B.A. Paris, which was a thriller. I gave it 3.5 stars. I have to be honest, the audiobook, the way that it's like credited, spoils one of the largest twists in the whole book. And I figured that out a few chapters in when I was like, it says this thing, but this thing's only happening. Oh. I also just immediately caught really weird vibes from a certain person, and I was like, you're not supposed to be here, you're off. That being said, the perpetrator in the end didn't come off nearly as psychotic in all other interactions with this character throughout the book as they seemed at the end when the reveal was made. And that sits a little bit weird for me because the prevalence of the character's psychosis about specific things, the delusions that this character reported to have, you wouldn't be able to hide that in your normal life. Like there is a difference between being a psychopath and being psychotic. And in the end, the character was portrayed more from a psychotic light. I'm in abnormal psych right now. So like, character was talking about delusions they were having, all this stuff. I was like, you are not grounded in reality, you're psychotic. But the character had never before seemed psychotic in literally any way in the book. And I feel like I would have noticed if this character had appeared psychotic in any way because I had already caught weird vibes. I was like, this is our person. So there's that. But overall, it was still enjoyable. I liked the like gated community type thriller. It's titled The Therapist, but really that didn't play into it nearly as much as I wanted it to be honest with you. But I'm still glad I read it. and it was a pretty quick read for this. And I officially, with finishing this book, hit 16 hours for this, which is great. So I don't know if I'll do any more reading before the time is up or even the day is up. I'm not going to get my 24 and 48, much less my 24 and 72. That's reverse. I'm not going to get my 24 and 72, much less my 24 and 48, but I still got a lot of reading done, and I'm very happy about that. But I will update you if I read anything else. It's Monday, so I didn't update you. I did read like 50 more pages, which I didn't add to like the full tally that I have. So for the most part, during the 24 and 48 section, I read 18.6 hours, but in total from Friday to Sunday, I read 1,578 pages, a total of about 19 hours, and finished 5 of the books I was reading. So the most I read was 9 hours in a day, which was like 830 something pages. So a pretty successful reading weekend for sure. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. What books do you recommend reading in one sitting? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!